If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Johnny Fastlane here. So, between last night and this morning, French Montana and Young Thug developed major beef. And 21 Savage says that Young Thug is all cap. Plus, Killer Mike goes against the mayor of Atlanta's wishes. Let's talk hip-hop.
Stupid ass nigga said he got more hits than Kendrick Lamar. Fool.
Alright, so that was a little clip of Young Thug talking about French Montana, basically reacting to the fact that French Montana said that he has more hits than Kendrick Lamar, right? Okay, y'all know that we're all in quarantine, and one of the things that people are doing the most are IG battles, right? Babyface versus Teddy Riley, which they finally had a rematch yesterday, and it was good, but at first it was a failure, right? It all started with Timbaland versus Swiss Beats, and mad people battled, right? French Montana even did battle somebody before. He battled Tory Lanez, right? And French Montana did beat Tory Lanez. So, some fans on Twitter basically asked French Montana, do you think that you could beat Kendrick Lamar in a hit-for-hit battle on Instagram, right? And then, of course, French Montana, being the rapper that he is, says, hell yeah, I could beat Kendrick Lamar, right? Even if French Montana knows that he's not a better rapper than Kendrick Lamar, right? Even if French Montana knows that he doesn't have as many hits as Kendrick Lamar, me personally, I think the only answer that French Montana should have had is, hell yeah, I could beat him. French Montana should be like, I could beat Tupac, I could beat Biggie, like I could beat Jay-Z. He should be confident in himself that he could beat whoever he says because he is French Montana, right? So anyway, French Montana goes, if we're talking about anthems, me versus Kendrick, hit for hit, I believe I can go neck to neck. I've been making hits for a long time. It ain't my fault I believe in myself. How was I supposed to answer? Question that. How many times I gotta prove myself before I get mine? Waves, right? And then he continues on to say, look, I love Kendrick. That's not just for Kendrick, though. That's for anybody they put in front of me and ask me the same question. What do you want me to say? It should be your attitude too, right? If you think any less of yourself, don't blame it on the next person who don't want, no smoke. And then he says, set it up, right? A Kendrick Lamar versus, French Montana battle, I don't know, right? I don't think Kendrick would do that, right? But anyway, so a lot of people on Twitter were upset about him because they're just saying like, you're delusional that you would even think that you're on the level as Kendrick Lamar, right? And again, lyrically, if he's not on the same level Kendrick Lamar is, that's okay, but he feels like he's just a better rapper overall than Kendrick, and he should feel like he's the best rapper in the world. I mean, it's French Montana, he should believe in himself, right? I agree, right? One person that doesn't agree with that though is Young Thug, right? So Young Thug was upset about what French Montana said, right? Young Thug was so upset about what French Montana said that not only does he say you're wildin', you dumb, you a sucker for saying that you're better than Kendrick Lamar, but then he starts like attacking French Montana personally, right? Calling him a sissy, saying, yo, French Montana, you a punk, you got beat up by Meek Mill.
Give my phone, I'm finna call Meek right now. Give my phone, I'm finna call Meek. I'm finna show your pussy ass. Give my phone. I'm gonna make you send me the video. Just give my phone. I'm gonna show everybody. I'm gonna show the whole world you can knock that bitch ass nigga. Give my phone. I bet Meek find that video. Damn, what the hell? What? Hey, Meek, Meek, where they knocked his ass out of, man? Where it was, man? I'm finna get the video, man. Cause you a real nigga. You probably ain't got the video. Hey, where I can get that video from, Meek?
Right, so he's so upset that he's like, yeah, that's why you got beat up by Meek Mill. I'm finna get the video right now and blah, 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 right? And during this whole time, randomly, and, it was just kind of weird and out the blue, but during this whole time, randomly, 21 Savage came out of nowhere and said, round of applause for the newest inductee in the Hall of Fame, in the Cap Hall of Fame, right? Young Thug, right? Which is weird as hell, but we'll get back to that later, right? So yeah, Young Thug Thug is like, yo, give me my phone so I could call Meek Mill, and I'm gonna expose this dude, French Montana, and show the world that you got knocked out by Meek Mill, right? And there are a couple rumors that maybe like 4 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, back in 2016 or 2017, Meek Mill did beat up French Montana or have French Montana jumped, like backstage somewhere. There are rumors about that, but there's no footage that came out then or now, right? And you would think that if there was footage 3 or 4 years old with French Montana getting beat up by Meek Mill and Meek Mill's people, that it would have leaked already, right? So anyway, French Montana actually responds to that, and he's like, oh, okay, fine. You want to go at it? Then fine, right? Wasn't you the one that was wearing dresses? Then he puts this on his Instagram right here, and he goes, this not you neither, right? This shit is crazy, right? And then he says, put the bread up and bring your best 20 songs, right? Then he puts up this picture too, and he's like, oh, had to wear the skirt to tuck the scat. Line up and change Young Thug versus French Montana hits. Since you want to jump in some shit, right? Because nobody was even talking about Young Thug, right? Since you want to jump in some shit that had nothing to do with you, don't talk money to me, boy. That's really you up there, right? And then basically Young Thug says that that's not him at all in that dress.
French Montana. Bitch ass nigga. Listen, bro. Get out of your feelings. I'm only speaking from an artist standpoint. You do not have nowhere near more hits than Kendrick Lamar whatsoever. You probably won't ever have more hits than Buddy. So, get that out of your head. I don't know what you're taking, but get that out of your head. Second of all, I got off the phone with Savage. I told him I was coming to fuck with him in Atlanta for a few days. I supposed to get on the jet yesterday, and I supposed to get on the jet today, but I ain't make it. So that's why he put it up and said, I'm in the Hall of Cap. We don't got no smoke with each other. Pussy. Third of all, that's what I forget for even fucking with niggas like you. I wore that dress in your video just to show love and support, because I only put that dress on when it's real, when I feel like it's real love, or what it's supposed to be. That's the only time I do that type of shit, because I thought it was love, but that's the things I get for fucking with pussy niggas like you. But it's okay. I know you smoke dope.
All right, so Young Thug responds to French Montana's accusations of him wearing the dress, saying like, that first picture was not me, right? The other picture, of course, that was me. Yeah, I had a dress on, but I was doing it because I was trying to show love to my peoples or whatever, right? Whatever excuse he has for wearing the dress, whatever, right? Anyway, though, but then he also addresses 21 Savage. He was like, yo, I was supposed to go see 21 Savage in the studio yesterday and today, and both times I just didn't get on my flight. So that's why 21 Savage said I was full of cap. Me and him don't have no beef at all, right? Which is crazy, right? So then, of course, French Montana sees this. I mean, literally, they're going back and forth with each other, right? French Montana sees this and basically says, oh, word? Well, I'm not sure if there's footage of me and Meek Mill fighting, because if there was, 1, 50 Cent would have got the footage already, right? And tried to expose me. And 2, you ain't got no money. You broke. We all know you ain't got no money.
That's you with that skirt, man. I'm gonna film the video like this. That's how you like it. You must have fell on your head, or them jeans you got on too tight. Fake Bugattis, fake houses, pussy nigga. I still got a full computer full of your motherfucking hooks. You been on my dick since day one before you. Bro, are you talking about millions? You talking about houses and water? I wasn't even trying to show you no pool. What are you talking about, my nigga? And if Meek got some footage like that, tell him to show it to you. I'll give you $1 million. Show it. Does it look like we get beat up? Does it look like a nigga lay hands on me? I've been in the game for 20 years, pussy nigga. You fucking crazy, nigga. Niggas know you going broke. Fuck you talking about, nigga? Are you crazy?
Bro, I don't know where you been. This is me sober. You don't want to see me high like you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you find that footage from me, tell him I'll give you an extra $1 million. On my son's life, you get that footage, I'll give you $1 million. Because 50 would have bought it first. If you was smart, you'd have thought of that.
You're already.
But besides that,
talk to him.
You don't got more money than me.
What's the matter? You never saw a millionaire before?
Stop. Yo, you know, I've been getting money for too long. And And let's just talk about one thing only. Is if somebody asks me, does Kendrick Lamar have more hits than me? Then I talk about better artists, then I talk about that. What am I supposed to say? It ain't my fault certain niggas feel like they're a piece of shit about themselves. I feel like I'm the shit. And I feel like I got a lot of hits. Of course I'm gonna be like, yeah, nigga. Against anybody. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm that nigga. I got more hits than whoever. Tell me why you really mad.
That's it. Go to sleep, boy. That's it. It's over. Go to sleep. We go to sleep. That's it.
All right, so that was French Montana responding back to Young Thug, again, basically saying two things, right? One, I don't think that there's any footage of me getting beat up by Meek Mill, and if there is, 50 Cent would have found it already. And two, I'm sorry for y'all niggas that don't have any confidence in yourself, but I have confidence in myself, and I'm saying that basically I could go up against Jesus, and even if I think I'm gonna lose, I'm not gonna say that I'm not as good as him, you know what I mean? So there's all of that, right? It is crazy, but the whole situation is during this whole time, French Montana, one, is promoting his new song, that's a fact, and two, is really trying to do this battle with Young Thug, even though they're dissing each other and calling each other sissies and pussies and everything, right? So French Montana also does put up 20 of like his hits on his Instagram, and he's like, put this up against these other 20 of Young Thug's hits, right? So, you know, somebody on the internet made a list of Young Thug's hits too, 20 of them, right? And it's crazy because, you know, on Young Thug's side, there are a lot of hits over there, but they forgot If It's All About the Money with T.I., which is a huge song with Young Thug and T.I., right? But anyway, y'all see here, right? So like Shot Caller, Ain't Worried About Nothing, Don't Panic, Pop That, These Hoes Ain't Loyal, like French Montana got hits, right? Stay Scheming, Lockjaw with Kodak Black, Chopper Down with Wiz Khalifa, Ocho Cinco with Diddy, Ball Drop with Fabulous, Unforgettable with Sway Lee. Like this nigga French Montana, even though like, you know, French Montana's not as big of an artist as obviously Drake or the Migos or Cardi B or Nicki Minaj or whoever, but French Montana still has mad hits, right? And then Young Thug got a bunch of hits too, but if Young Thug had to battle French Montana, and I'm not saying this because I like one rapper better than the other, but I think that French Montana would beat Young Thug. I mean, he already beat Tory Lanez, and Tory Lanez has more hits than Young Thug, right? Anyway, Young Thug, I'm a Stoner, Lifestyle, Check, Best Friend, Wyclef Jean, which is hard, Power, Havana, even though that's not really his song, the Hot remix, The London, which is cool, Pick Up the Phone with Travis Scott, Killed Before Digits, Goodbye, Chanel. Like, yo, Young Thug got hits, but I think that French Montana probably got more hits than him. But let me know what y'all think about all this crazy shit in the comments below.
As business owners, we were concerned, and we are concerned.
All right, so Killer Mike does like a little interview with TMZ, right? And of course they do it remotely because who the fuck is going to TMZ right now, right? We social distancing, right? But the whole situation is, and you know, the mayor in Atlanta, I guess is just like the mayor in New York, or not really the mayor in New York, but the governor in New York is really talking about like opening up businesses, right? So first of all, these are the same people that were like, you gotta stay home, you can't go outside, do not go outside, you're gonna spread the virus, you have to be, you know, cognizant of, you know, even if you don't have symptoms, if you're affecting somebody else that may be a vulnerable population, right? Whether they're an old person or somebody with pre-existing conditions or whatever the case may be, if you're healthy, you should still stay home because you don't want to have that responsibility of hurting somebody else, right? And all of that, right? I mean, they were like drilling it and drilling it and drilling it and drilling it and drilling it into our heads for like the last, I don't know, month and a half now, right? All to get to this point, right, where everybody's like, fine, I guess we'll stay home and we'll self-quarantine and we'll stay 6 feet away from each other when we go to the grocery store because that's the only thing that's open, no movie theaters, no nothing, right? And everything is fine and cool. And there's a bunch of memes about, you know, ladies talking about, oh, I can't get my hair and nails done, and niggas can't get a haircut, but it's all funny and we all just kind of chilling at home waiting, right? But people are starting not to be able to make money, right? People are starting to be able to lose money a lot, right? And in addition to just like small business owners losing money, or somebody who's not able to go to their job every day is losing money, the economy is losing money too. Like the stock market, the states and cities are actually losing money too, right? So these people are so desperate, like certain governors and mayors are so desperate that they know damn well they shouldn't be opening up anything, but they are going to open up stuff, right? So Killer Mike is giving his opinion because he owns a couple of barbershops in Atlanta, and he's like, yeah, the mayor might open up the city on Friday and say like barbershops, nail salons, tattoo parlors, places like that, personal grooming places can open up, right? I don't know about laundromats yet, or churches or anything like that, and definitely not schools, but you know, as far as like hair salons and barbershops and nail shops will be opening on Friday in Atlanta. And Killer Mike owns a few of those, and he's like, nah, I'm not opening my shit because I still have a responsibility to my people, black people, who mostly come to my establishment, to keep it closed until this whole coronavirus thing has passed, right? Which is, you know, cool, and shout out to him, right? But the whole situation is, why are people, and it's so weird because on one hand, you got people saying, yo, martial law, they're trying to keep us in the house, this is crazy, go outside, fuck that coronavirus shit. And on the other hand, you got people saying, yo, we have to stay home because people are dying, especially black people, right? So it's like, what do we do? Who do we listen to? Do you just listen to your damn self? Like, do you, do you know what I mean? But anyway, let me know what you think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Johnny Facet on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.